Well, it was a beautiful night of celebration as the Superior High School class of 2026 accepted their diplomas, closing a big chapter of their high school careers. The commencement was tonight at the NBC Spartan Complex. More than 350 graduates were on the field this momentous night. Some of the students we talked to say that they are feeling a lot of emotions right now. They're excited about their futures, but also sad to leave their friends and classmates. Many sharing how grateful they are to their families and to their teachers. One senior even leaving some words of advice for the next generation.
You just got to find your group of people, go join a club, go join a sport. Wherever you find the people that you like, no matter what you're doing, you're going to have fun and you're going to go do great things.
Well, Brendan says he will be attending the University of Utah in the fall, planning to major in business finance and Air Force ROTC. A huge congratulations to all of our graduates.